Well, this is what it looks like here in the morning. Not much is more peaceful than high desert in the morning. Yard is getting better. The trees are getting better. All of this gravel is going to come out. We initially did that because we couldn't get grass to grow to save our neck. But now they have newer types of grass that'll do better here. When I come out in the morning, I usually kind of pay attention to the ground, see if there's any new strange tracks or anything. Generally not. Mostly everything's all right. Have to make sure everything is on that should be. Turn on the water system here for the individual things that need it. And then we go look and see how things are inside. See the water lines twitching as they come on. It turns out, you see down in there how those buggers work. They're really, really a good thing. Tomatoes are looking good. Okay. This is beans. Those are peppers, bell peppers. And more bell peppers, tomatoes, basil, squash. Tomato plants are doing well. I'm trying to keep the sun out of your face. Let's see, it's 79 degrees, 19% humidity in here. But everybody seems to be happy. This guy's growing like you can't believe. And that's broccoli, more squash, and here's more peppers. I got a lot of peppers. Everything grew. If it grows, I let it. More squash, more beans, yet more beans. Oh. Another tomato and another pepper. And these are hot peppers. A friend of mine gave me those, so we're going to see how those do. This is a flower, a geranium, that we put in here because bugs don't like it. And it keeps them out. Anyway, squash is strung here. I'm going to have to string that squash over there pretty soon. Well, I got one of them strung. But everything is looking pretty good. Admittedly, it's still got a grapes of wrath look to it there, but I'm going to fix that here pretty soon. I just haven't had the chance to get back to it. That is a tarp, the roof tarp, and I hung it down and let it hang down like that because that right there in the afternoon is the worst of the sun, and having the tarps or the screens double seems to be just exactly the right way to keep the temperature where I need it. So it was, I'd like to tell you I planned it that way, but it was really kind of a fluke. And I do have a problem, and right there it is. So, let's see here. This hole, there are two holes there. I don't know how that happened, but I'm going to have to patch it. I hate to have a patch up there, but I don't see any way to avoid it, because I don't want to get any bigger. And probably what I'll do is put a piece of tape on each side of it. Might not be the most attractive thing in the world, but it will do the trick. Anyway, oh, something else I want to show you. You see these little clips? A friend of mine gave me, they used to try. And you run your string line, excuse me, up like that, and you set your clips accordingly and use it to train your plant. And nothing works better. These are really good. This guy knows everything. Anyway, now it's time I have to start watering everything.
I haven't seen anything,
I haven't either so far. You know?
but I think the basil has a lot to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah, keeping the basil in here, especially like on this one here.
But I don't even know if it's that time of year, you know what I mean?
It's not. They're not really. They shouldn't be around yet. Once I get the door and the other screen on there, they're only going to be able to get in one place, and I'm about to do something with that. I'll need your help to do it, though.
Oh, you mean
The holes right here. I'm going to have to put a little piece of tape on it as much as I don't want to. So I've been trying to remember to buy some black tape so it won't show so much, you know?
Put it on our list, you know?
There's mushrooms growing in here.
Seriously?
Yeah, there's mushrooms growing there.
I wouldn't know what kind of mushroom is good, though.
Well, I'm not going to do anything with it. See it sticking up there?
Every time.
Because it's always wet. But I usually try to give these a good soaking. Pardon me.
What kind are these?
Those are bell peppers.
Come on, start belling.
Oh, they will. Give them time. I think I'm going to have to transplant them now, to tell you the truth, though, because they've kind of hit a spot where they're not really growing like they should, you know. But well, actually, those over there are the same lineage, and you see how much water's in there? The spot splitter just flooded it, and it did it in nothing flat. So I think that one I'm going to have to stop it for. Matter of fact, I will hold this for a second, will you? Don't do it right while I'm thinking of it. I won't do it. I'll forget to do it. What you do when they get like this is you just turn this bugger around and shut it off for a little while. There's enough moisture in there to get this by for a week. Shit. Anyway. But, where did I leave off? Did I water this? I think I did. Anyhow, we're getting close. It's like my stuff is twice the size of his, which is kind of surprising. But I'd be willing to bet you you watch and see if he doesn't do the same thing. Either later this year or next year.
Yeah.
He thought I was crazy with the screen at first, you know. But now he's seen the difference. Just like he said, well, he says, yeah, he says, it's always nice in here. And I says, yeah, I said, I don't think, considering where we are, that we need to add heat. You know, in the wintertime, I says, I'm going to put plastic over it and see how that does. Try and protect it a little.
But in the summer,
yeah, it's got plenty of, and it just needs fresh air and not heat. So, see, I don't need, these have already got roots down into the trough. I'm just watering the tops, because if you don't, it packs, and then it makes it difficult for anything to grow. So this just guarantees that it's still getting water all the way through the whole plant. And it's just a little bit of water, so in between daily evaporation and intake from the plants, the water level stays just about exactly the same. So I'm pretty happy with how it's going. I have to be careful not to try to sound like I know what I'm doing because I don't. I'm just doing whatever I think of and hoping for the best, generally speaking here. This flower, this geranium, isn't geranium. It is a geranium. I wonder if it needs more sunlight.
I don't know. It might.
Well, it might be that this, oh, I'll put it over there and see if it does better and it get more sun that way. Because the,
I think once you lift it up and have it like down at that end where there's sun, it might do better.
yeah.
But it gets sun in the afternoon, doesn't it?
Yeah, it gets sun most of the day, really. It's just that it's not getting direct sunlight. Over the last few days, that squash plant has covered it, you know? And so it's one of them things, you know? There's another thing I gotta do. Dave desperately wants to show me that bike, that motor, and I should have done it yesterday. I didn't think of it. Quite honestly, I was tired.
Yeah, I need to get more dirt in this thing here and plant some more stuff.
Well, we got the dirt.
I think over down there in that area, I'm gonna put carnations.
Okay.
And see what happens. Just put some seeds in there and see if anything comes up.
Well, um, we can do that. Not a problem. Anyway. All right, so let's